Hello YouTube and welcome to Prime Productions. I'm here to help enhance your tabletop gaming experience. If you're new to this channel, I primarily cover Paizo tabletop role-playing games like Pathfinder and Starfinder. Okay, time to get down to brass tacks. Paizo has announced that they will start a new playtest for two new classes on December 9th, 2024, the Necromancer and the Runesmith. Here's the bad news. Because of my schedule, I won't be able to cover it when it comes out. I have something that I've been working on for quite a while that's coming to fruition with this channel. Also, I have a vacation coming up for Christmas, and I don't have time. Remember, I still have a full-time job at a middle school. So this is just an unscripted video that will just have to suffice as my coverage. I'm sorry for any ums or uhs or stutters or whatever. Now, these classes were first leaked in an announcement video, and then they are out right now at PAX Unplugged, and then they were leaked on Demiplane, which is like this Pathfinder character building website. Now, Demiplane has a subscription model, but as of the posting of this video, the two new class playtests are available for the free version of Demiplane. I just discovered this as I was writing the notes to this video, and I have not had a chance to go over every little thing, but check it out if you have time. I've also seen some posts on Reddit with additional information, but take that with a grain of salt as I have no way to double check it. Quick note, this is the 9th and 10th playtest classes for this year from Paizo. The first were Guardian and Commander, then the 6 Starfinder playtests, and now Necromancer and Runesmith. Okay, so the way this video will work is I will talk about Paizo's official information that came out in their launch trailer thing, link to the video in the description below. Then I will talk about the leaks, including the stuff from Demiplane. Starting off, we have the Necromancer. They kind of sound like the Necromancer from Diablo 2 and 3. According to Paizo, they are a full, intelligence-based, prepared occult spellcaster. Instead of a spellbook like a wizard, they have a dirge, which is a kind of song. I think what they do is they sing different renditions of the song and emphasize certain bits to get their spells for the day. They have a new type of undead summon called a Thrall. They can summon thralls and then do things with them, like this spell which explodes them, kind of like the spell Final Sacrifice, or this one which just deletes them to regain a focus point once every 10 minutes. They can also do other things by deleting their thralls, like creating bone weapons. As for the leaked information, Necromancers are an 8 HP class, and they are a high fortitude spellcaster, which means they don't have high will saves. They have 3 subclasses, summoning skeletal undead, fleshy undead like zombies, or spiritual undead. They are also much like a psychic in that they seem to be very focus point based, with only 2 spells per spell rank, but just a whole bunch of focus abilities. They have feats to become proficient with new weapons that, remember, can be summoned by sacrificing thralls. At higher levels, you can make more than 1 thrall in a round, so you can generate 2 thralls for a focus point, then consume 1 to regain that focus point back. Thralls are weird. They can provide flanking, but only have 1 HP and always fail saves, and aren't great at attacking. They seem to be summoned only to be destroyed for effects. Some final thoughts. Some people really hate that the Necromancer is a prepared spellcaster instead of a spontaneous spellcaster. In my opinion, that's not really that bad. Actually, it makes sense in certain circumstances. For example, it seems like a Necromancer should be able to remove curses. That seems like their bailiwick. But a spontaneous spellcaster is never going to want to choose Remove Affliction as one of their spells, and certainly not their signature spell because it's just not used that often. A prepared spellcaster can learn Remove Affliction, which can get rid of curses, and then, if anybody gets cursed, they can memorize it for the day and actually memorize it in their highest ranked spell slot so they have the best chance of removing the curse. So, I think prepared spellcaster makes sense, but I know some people are really upset about it. Some people did note that Necromancers seem to be missing some spooky spells such as Necrotize, and they may need a way to get those spells onto their spell list just for flavor purposes. I originally thought that with all of their summoning bone weapons and something, they might be a good Gish option, but it looks like they don't get to master in weapon attacks, so that may not be viable. I don't know. Runesmith is described by Paizo as a support marshal. They can craft temporary runes onto creatures or objects and give them either a bonus or a penalty. They can also invoke the name of one of these temporary runes as a battlefield action, or several at once apparently, and that gives them an extra effect. Here's an example. This rune of Coward's Bane is put on a shield, giving the shield a +1 bonus to AC versus physical or ranged attacks, or the person wielding the shield, you know what I mean. Then, if the Runesmith invokes it, enemies that are adjacent to the person who have the shield must make a save versus illusion, or they think they're hemmed in and can't escape. I think that Runesmiths basically work like inventors, in that inventors can either just bonk things with their weapon in overdrive, or they can spend time doing crazy things like shooting lightning bolts. Similarly, a Runesmith could just put a rune on their weapon for extra damage and charge into battle, or they could go wild, setting up a bunch of different battlefield runes and then invoking them on a later round, all for cool effects. Leaked information: they are an 8 HP per level class, proficient in simple and martial weapons and light and medium armor. They are intelligence-based and need high int for crafting with all those temporary runes. I think they kind of work like a playtest commander, where they have a set of runes that they know, and then they can prepare some of those runes every day for use. Oh, and yes, there is a rune that just explodes things. Final thoughts: it reminds me a bit of the homebrew D&D class, the Blood Hunter. That class uses runes a lot as well, only the Runesmith doesn't do it with blood. They seem like a solid near martial. They may not have the HP to be the main party tank without some heavy assistance, but they seem really good. I'm in particular really interested in this picture. I'm not sure if it's just a picture thing or if it's depicting something that can happen in-game, but I'm really interested in this idea of like crafting a sword out of pure runic energy. That looks to be what's going on, so man, if you can do that, I would be 100% down for that. I am kinda disappointed that it is another intelligence-based martial class. We already have the Inventor and the Investigator and the Playtest Commander. It would be nice to have a wisdom-based martial character for once. It's probably not appropriate for the Runesmith, but it is something that Paizo's missing. And there you have it, an initial first look at the new Necromancer and Runesmith classes. Quick reminder, I do have a new book out that's just full of hazards for like haunted houses, perfect for like a Necromancer character. Go check it out on DriveThruRPG, it's only $5, and it would really help me out. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe. That tells not only me, but also YouTube that you like this kind of content and would like to see more. Thank you, good luck, and happy gaming!